Mira didn't know why she offered her seat that day. The subway was packed, loud, and stuffy. Her feet ached from a double shift, and her patience was thin. But when the tall, cloaked figure stepped onto the train, and no one moved, something tugged at her chest. He didn't look human, not quite. The hood was drawn low, but his scaled hands and claw-tipped fingers were visible. His presence made others shrink back, pretend to be absorbed in their devices. Mira stood up anyway. "You can have my seat." The figure paused. Slowly, he turned toward her, golden slit eyes meeting hers. "You offer your place?" His voice was deep, rich, like rolling thunder filtered through velvet. "Yeah," she said, shifting her backpack. "You look tired." He inclined his head. "That is rare. Among your kind." She gave a tired smile. Kindness shouldn't be. He sat with rigid elegance, hands folded like a monk. Others stared at them in discomfort. Mira ignored them. As the train rolled into the next station, he looked up once more. "I am called Verith." "Mira," she replied. He touched his chest and bowed. Then he stepped off into the night. 3 days later, the sky cracked open. It started with lights, dozens of them, falling from orbit like slow, gliding stars. Traffic froze. People screamed. Cameras turned skyward. Mira was watching from her apartment when the news called it. First contact. Dozens of ships, shaped like vast black wings, settled above the city skyline. And one of them descended right in front of Mira's apartment block. A crowd formed. Emergency sirens wailed. Soldiers lined the streets. Then from the ship's ramp descended the cloaked figure from the subway. Verith. Mira's heart stuttered. What the hell? He walked through the soldiers without fear. They parted as if something ancient moved among them. He stopped right in front of her building and looked up straight at her window. Moments later, a low knock echoed to the hallway outside her apartment. Mira opened the door cautiously. Vera stood there, still tall, still wrapped in his cloak, but now his full face was visible, regal, powerful, with silvery horns curling back and iridescent scales glowing faintly under the skin. "You remember where I live?" "I remembered your kindness." She blinked. "All I did was offer you a seat. To you, it was small. To me, it changed everything." Behind him, several more tall dragon-like figures stood in ceremonial armor. One stepped forward and addressed her directly. "The one you honored has spoken for you. You are now under the guarding accord of the Drakari Highblood." She blinked again. "I'm what?" Vera spoke gently. "Among my people, if a warrior is shown unprovoked kindness in exile, it is tradition to return with protection, loyalty, and if accepted, union." Mira gaped. "Hold on. Union?" He tilted his head. "You gave without expecting anything. That is sacred to my kind. You move me. There wasn't even room on the train. And yet you gave your only comfort. I was a stranger. You offered safety." The other Drakari murmured approval. Mira felt lightheaded. "So, you're saying I accidentally proposed marriage to an alien dragon nobleman?" Veritha's eyes sparkled with a smile. "No, but I am asking now. Will you walk beside me, Mira of Earth?" She looked around. People were filming from balconies. Drones hovered in the air. Soldiers still too stunned to act. "Why me?" He took a step closer, voice low. "Because in the cold of exile, your warmth reminded me that not all humans are cruel. And because I want to share my world with someone who sees through fear and chooses kindness." Her heart thundered. She could say no. She could back away and return to her normal life. But she'd always dreamed of something more, of stars, of meaning, of a life that mattered. And here was a living star asking her to join him. Mira exhaled. "Okay, yes, but I want the window seat. Veritha's laugh was like a bell of sunlight through clouds. It is yours, always. That night, as the ships rose into the sky again, taking her with them, the world watched stunned, as a simple act of kindness shifted the future of two worlds. And Mira, once just a tired girl on a train, found herself bound to a prince of stars, all because she gave her seat